Hey guys, Madison here, and I'm so excited to be back this week. You'll notice, still sound a little raspy, but those of you who follow my YouTube community posts will know that last week, a little over a week ago now, I got COVID and I was down for the count. It has been a rough week, but I am finally starting to be on the mend. As I said, I'm still sounding a little raspy, so I'm sorry about that, but I am feeling so much better, and I was so excited to get back this week and watch another movie, especially since this week's movie is Jaws. I decided to put that on the poll over a week ago, and because I thought, what better summer movie is there? What better movie is there to kick off the summer? So here it is. It won the poll by a lot, let's say. There was no competition on the poll. Jaws is the clear and decided victor this week, and I'm really excited to check it out. But for the sake of being completely transparent and honest, you guys who have followed my channel for a while, you will know about my many animal phobias, creature phobias, snakes, spiders, rats. One I have not had to deal with yet in reactions is sharks. I am terrified of sharks. I always have been. I cannot tell you how many shark nightmares I've had over the course of my life. So this is going to be an experience. I have seen maybe a couple of shark movies in my lifetime, definitely not a lot of them. Obviously, I have not even seen the biggest one. Quite terrified of them. I don't get in the ocean anymore, and they're a big reason why. So this is going to be a very interesting experience for me. Face your fears, right? So today we're watching Jaws, guys, early Steven Spielberg. I'm really excited to just finally see this classic movie. I mean, probably one of the most famous movies of all time. So without further ado, guys, let's do this. There it is. I mean, this has to be top 3 most iconic themes of all time, right? Oh, the 70s. Decade of great hair.
Where are we going?
Swimming!
Here we go. Victim number 1. This is awful. He's lucky he never made it in.
In Amity, you say yad.
They're in the yard, not too far from the car.
Listen, Chief. Be careful, will you?
In this town? Hey!
So, he's a policeman. Found the body.
Hey, look at the kids kissing my fence, 8 and 9-year-old. Hey, glasses, yeah?
Glasses.
Hey, look at this, they did it with that big hand.
4th of July celebration. I literally couldn't have timed this better, could I?
Balls, if I can't get service from you, I'm gonna get service.
There's a bunch of Boy Scouts out on April Day doing their mile swim for their merit badges. I couldn't call them in, there's no phones out there.
Okay, come on.
I'm only trying to say that Amity is a summer town. We need summer dollars.
It's all about the money.
We never had that kind of trouble in these waters.
Well, you do now.
A summer girl goes swimming. Swims out a little far. She tires. Fishing boat comes along.
It's happened before.
I don't think you appreciate the gut reaction people have. yell shark. We've got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July. Okay, you can take us back now.
Just let me go out a little longer.
Just 10 more minutes.
Thanks.
I think the kid is safe. Usually the kids are safe in these kinds of things. Oh, not the doggy, please. It's gonna be that lady, isn't it? Calling the lady. That's just a person, right? Yes, okay. I'm waiting for the first shark fin.
We know all about you, Chief. You don't go in the water at all, do you?
Some bad hat, Harry.
Pippet!
Pippet! Come on, Pippet! Pippet!
Not the dog. No.
Alex?
His mother says look at sharks.
We don't even know that there's a shark around here.
I stand corrected.
Is that $3,000 bounty on the shark in cash or check?
I don't think that's funny at all. I'm sorry. Are you going to close the beaches?
Yes, we are.
Only 24 hours.
Oh, the worst sound.
You all know me. Know how I earn a living. I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't gonna be easy. $10,000 for me by myself. For that you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
That was a pretty boss entrance right there. He's like, I'll be waiting when you show up, when you come crawling back. Is that a Cocker Spaniel? I used to have one when I was a kid.
I don't think he'll ever go in the water again after what happened yesterday.
Now, don't say that.
Jaws could bite that boat in half. Back when you just read a book instead of looking it up on the internet, right? He's about to break that pier. You're gonna fall in. What did I say? Hurry up! Oh my gosh. Thought he was gonna get eaten for sure. Or at least lose a leg.
Can you tell me if there's a good restaurant or hotel on the island?
You walk straight ahead.
Yeah, they're all gonna die.
Polly, listen to me. We've got some roadblocks.
These are some tiny boats they're taking out there. Not the dogs. Why? Yeah, that ain't it. No, that's a better sized boat.
What kind of shark?
It's a tiger shark.
A what?
Now, I'm not saying that this is not the shark. It probably is, Martin. It probably is. It's a man-eater. It's extremely rare for these waters. I want to be sure. You want to be sure. We all want to be sure, okay?
You knew it was dangerous, but you let people go swimming anyway.
He tried. Mayor wouldn't listen.
My boy is dead now.
That was cute.
Is anyone eating this?
No.
He's one of those guys. Are you gonna finish that? Okay, I'll take it.
You told me the shark was caught. And I heard it on the news. I heard it on the cave station.
They caught a shark, not the shark. But you know, you want to let that breathe for nothing.
Then why don't we have one more drink and go down and cut that shark open?
Can you do that?
I can do anything. I'm the chief of police.
That would smell so bad.
You still got a hell of a fish out there, with a mouth about this big.
I'm not drunk enough to go out in a boat.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can.
Why?
Where are we?
Right in the stretch where he's been feeding. I pay for this mostly
This
myself.
is a bad time to be drunk.
No. There's something else out there.
What is it?
About 100 yards southwest.
Let's tow it in.
Don't worry, Martin. Nothing's gonna happen. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
If I found an empty boat, I don't think I would go jumping in the water. Oh, tooth. Oh my god. That might be the worst I've ever been gotten. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Any shark expert in the world will tell you it's a killer alligator. Look, the situation is that apparently a great white has staked a claim in the water. And he is going to continue to feed here as long as there is. You're either going to kill this animal or you're going to cut off its food supply.
Larry, we have to close the beaches. Brody? Sick vandalism.
Those proportions are correct.
Love to prove that, wouldn't you? Get your name into the National Geographic.
This mayor, man.
Tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business. It's going to be one of the best summers we've ever had.
It's gonna be an open buffet.
What? He's the little guy with the crew cut.
All these innocent people pouring in here. Unsuspecting.
But in recent days, a cloud has appeared on the horizon of this beautiful resort community. A cloud in the shape of a killer shark.
I'm trying to absorb. Nobody's going in. Please, get in there.
Why don't you jump in, Mr. Mayor? Why don't you go first?
The beaches are open, and the people are having a wonderful time. Amity, as you know, means friendship.
Don't trample people. Oh my gosh.
He made me do it. He told me to do it. Shark! The shark!
Hey, fellas! Fellas! All in the sheet! Make it fast!
No. This is the first time we've even really seen the shark.
You are. You gonna miss me tonight? You can watch television. Want me to bring anything from home?
My cars.
Your cars. What about ice cream?
Coffee.
Coffee.
You're gonna sign this voucher so I can hire a contractor. I don't know if I can do that without. I'm gonna hire Quint to kill the shark. Sign it, Larry.
You get dinner when you get back. Champagne, patty de foie, Iranian caviar, and don't forget the color TV.
There's truly nothing as sharp as when you touch the tip of one of those shark teeth. Crazy.
You got city hands, Mr. Hooper. Been counting money all your life.
All right. Hey, I don't need this. I don't need this working class hero crap.
You're on board my vessel. Mate, master, pilot, and I'm captain. Cage goes in the water. You go in the water. Shark's in the water. Our shark. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies.
Yeah, that's how I feel about shark cages. I will pass on that.
What am I going to tell the kids?
Tell them I'm going fishing.
Like a boss. Don't worry, he's gonna make it. I believe.
Damn it, Martin! You screw around with these tanks and they're gonna blow up.
Yeah, that's real fine, expensive gear you brought out here, Mr. Hooper.
What? Get behind me.
He's gonna break that line.
He's got onto the boat. I think he's got onto the boat.
Maybe a marlin or a stingray, but it's definitely a game fish. No!
Marlin, Stingray, get through this piano wire. Don't you tell me my business again. You get back on the bridge. 12 minutes, south-southeast now, full throttle.
Aye, aye, sir. Arr, Jim boy, arr.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh my goodness.
That's a 20-footer.
25. 3 tons on him.
Please go to the end of the pulpit. What for? I need to have something in the foreground to give it some scale. Foreground my ass. Shoot!
Got him. This feels like Captain Ahab versus Moby Dick. Shark version.
We've got one barrel on him, so we stay out here till we find him again.
Yeah, but we could radio in and get a bigger boat out here.
Brody wants a bigger boat so bad, and it's just not gonna happen, is it?
Some moray eel. Bit right through my wetsuit.
Celebrating my third wife's demise. Big Chinese fella, pull me right off. That's the thresher. You see that? Chief Thresher's tail.
These two.
So Hooper, that's the USS Indianapolis.
He was coming back from the island of Tinian to Lady. Just delivered the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb. But our bomb mission had been so secret, no distress signal had been sent. So 1,100 men went in the war. 316 men come out. The Sharks took the rest. June the 29th, 1945.
That was one of the most captivating and horrifying monologues I've ever heard.
Okay.
Great.
Put out the firewood.
We have survived the night.
Good. Once again now. Wait. There it is.
Is the barrel not attached to him anymore?
When he runs, you drop that rope or you'll lose your hands.
Coast Guard, this is the Orca. Do you read me? Coast Guard, this is the Orca. Do you...
You're certifiable, Quint. You know that? You're certifiable. You're certifiable, but I'll tell you this.
Now we can't call for someone to pick us up. Why would you do that? That boat gets much more torn up, you're in trouble.
Alright, you watch him now. Starboard, starboard. Run him down, Hooper. Watch him. Starboard.
He's gonna be pissed now.
Clear him. Oh! Clear the line. Clear.
Out of my way.
Whoa!
Can't stay down with 3 barrels on him. Not with 3 barrels he can.
What about us?
Just waiting for him to ram the boat.
He's chasing us. I don't believe it.
This boat is about to just fall apart, man. Lord. That's a nope from me. Cooper, you got guts, man. I just hope you keep your guts inside you, where they belong. Great, man, great. That cage is wide open. You need to get pulled up, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Can't. No! No, no, no! No! That was horrifying. That was nightmare fuel. So is Hooper dead? I didn't think he was. He was going down to grab that thing. Didn't show him eat him. You don't see it happen. Come on, Brody. Oh my gosh.
Smile, you son of a...
You did it. Just wish you could have done it before they died. Hooper? Yes!
I used to hate the water.
I can't imagine why.
So that was absolutely fantastic. That ended up being even more like Moby Dick than I was expecting, and it hurt, to be honest. It was really sad to see Quint not make it. That was really hard to watch. Oh, terrible. I was like, no. Because he really did end up being like Ahab in the end, where it was like this obsessive quest for him. He was after sharks. He loved hunting sharks because of his traumatic experience he had in the past with being just out in the water and helpless. Watching all those friends die and get eaten by sharks. I cannot imagine. How do you ever get over that trauma? I guess he didn't, and he coped with like hunting them so that he could feel like he had some power and control over them after feeling so helpless and being so powerless in that kind of situation. A terrible end for him. It's really sad. It's really sad. But thank goodness for Brody, our hero, our protagonist here. He was so likable. Just your average dude living in a small town like sheriff, just wanting to, mind his own business, do his own thing, and this dang shark shows up. Gosh, that movie was so great. Like, such a nice atmosphere, like with the small town vibe. Everyone's kind of like here for this July 4th celebration. It's supposed to be all fun and exciting, and there's a great atmosphere, right? And then you just have this simple matter of a shark. Not so simple, but simple in concept, right? But it was just so well executed. And I've heard some stories about this film. Like, I don't think they had a very big budget. I think from what I've heard, there was just a shark head that they made, like not a full body. So I was interested, like trying to see in different shots. Obviously they had shark footage they had taken, I guess, of great whites, and cutting that in so that you did have like full body shots of a shark swimming around. And then, of course, it was very obvious which shots were like of the practical head that they had made, which looks great still, by the way. Like, even though it's not real, the atmosphere created is so intense that you don't... It's like it's real, even though it's not. And that's when it's a good movie, when you just get so caught up in the story and the characters that even when the effects are a little more dated, you don't care because you're just so rooting for the characters and you're so scared about what's going to potentially happen to them. But like I said, that shark head still looks really, really good. Like, of course, the movements are a little stilted. Like, the way it moves is kind of stiff and not quite like a real shark would be moving around. I think Spielberg did a fantastic job for the resources he had at the time. And then, of course, we can't discount John Williams because, oh my gosh, like, I know the Jaws theme. I've heard it. I've heard people mimic it my whole life, but I've never seen the movie, obviously, so I've never just heard the score in its entirety. The Jaws theme is really powerful. Like, it's a really epic theme, and it's so visceral because it uses that old Dies Irae motif that you'll find in almost every single movie on the planet at some point in the soundtrack. Sometimes more obvious than others, but the Jaws theme is just Dies Irae, which is a motif used to convey the idea of death and like destruction, doom. So it's like programmed into us to be afraid and be scared when we hear that motif because it is so prominent in film language, music language, that whenever we hear it, it's automatically like, oh no, oh shoot, what's gonna happen, you know? And that's literally Jaws' theme. Dies Irae, Dies Irae. It's like da 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 da, and it's like ah. But yeah, the music geek in me loves that. It's usually in villain themes if you listen closely to different villain themes, or like the theme of just like bad guy or bad empire, bad civilization, anything bad, listen in movies and you'll usually hear it. Again, sometimes more subtle than others, but in this movie, not at all subtle. And the shark is doom and the shark is death and it keeps coming. And what great characters in this movie. Like, I just really loved Brody. I loved Hooper. I loved Quint. Like, they were all so distinct and clearly defined from each other, all such different characters, but I liked them all and they were all so much fun. Yeah, Brody was just a very, again, likable, average dude trying to protect the people who are living in this small town, and the dang mayor would not close the beaches. He's like, oh my gosh. Brody's just trying to protect the people so they can enjoy their nice summer vacation, and the dang mayor is so obsessed with the money and the tourism that he wouldn't close them. So a great conflict they set up there right from the beginning of the average simple guy just wants to be a good sheriff and wants to protect people. He wants to do the right thing. And then you have this jerk of a mayor who cares more about the money than the people. So they set up that great conflict right from the beginning, having that in addition to the shark, which they did not even show the shark until like halfway through the movie. I think it was at least an hour into the movie when the first time we see it. Like, what they did such a great job with was creating the sense of fear without even showing the shark, like showing people's reaction to the shark, showing like when he broke the pier and was dragging the piece of the pier around, like you could see what the shark was doing without actually seeing the shark, because you could see they used objects to show the movement of the shark, where he was, what he was doing. It was especially genius the way they did it at the end of the movie with the barrels popping up and using that language to show us he's here, he's swimming this way, he's doing that, and using that to keep that tension and show us where he is, what he's doing without us seeing him. And then it makes it so much more effective in the shots where you do see the shark, because boom, he comes out of nowhere instead of like you're watching him the whole time. The suspense was handled so well. Waiting for when's he gonna pop up, when's he gonna appear, and my gosh, he was terrifying. Oh, I told you guys at the start of the video, I have a major shark phobia. Yeah, I cannot even begin to imagine what this did to people when this movie came out. As someone who was not born until 20 years later after this movie came out, I cannot imagine. Please share your stories in the comments below. How did this movie affect you when you first saw it? What was your experience? What do you remember? What were the beaches like after this movie came out? I want to know what the beaches were like. Were people scared to go in the water for a little while? Did they just keep right on getting in like nothing had happened? I want to know because I am curious. I can imagine that this would have created quite a stir around sharks at the time. So, you know, shark attacks are statistically extremely rare. But I can imagine that this would have instilled some fear in the general populace for at least several years afterwards. And maybe kind of an irrational level of fear because shark attacks are so rare. But if you get in the ocean, you know, there is that possibility, there is that chance. So you take that risk if you get in. It's a very low chance again, but it's one I don't take anymore. I just watch from the sand. I'm like, yes, you people enjoy your swimming and your boogie boarding and your surfing and all of that. And I will watch from the safety of the sand over here. To each their own. I used to be a big water person. When I was a kid, I would get in the water every time. I loved swimming around. I had goggles and would go under and everything. Loved it. I got older and I was like, no more. I had a few too many jellyfish incidents where I was just like, this isn't fun anymore. I'm tired of getting stung by jellyfish. So it was actually the jellyfish that drove me out of the water more than sharks. But what a fantastic movie. I think there's more Jaws. I think there's at least 1 or 2 sequels. But I don't know if people consider them any good. So let me know in the comments below. Do you want to see a reaction to another Jaws movie or should it end here? Let me know, guys, because I really do take your opinions into account. I especially did with like the Alien franchise. Like I always want to stop before the movies in a franchise turn bad. So let me know what you guys think about Jaws 2 and Jaws 3. Should I watch or maybe not? Maybe just stick with the classic. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you want to see the full-length reaction, be sure to head on over to my Patreon, patreon.com/MadisonKTames, and you can see my reaction to the whole movie there. Thanks again guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week for another Film Friday. Bye guys.